Morning everybody, and welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name is Nicole Reed, and today we're here for some craft productivity sprints. So grab your whips, grab your cuppa. Hopefully my neighbours will keep it down. They've been at it nice and early this morning. I was just thinking to myself, even when I was involved in violence in my home, in my first marriage, I don't even think that there was that much aggression that these people expel on a daily basis. But anyway, how is everybody? It's just, fun times in downtown Kingaroy. Anyway, how is everybody today? We are here for some craft productivity sprints. So that means that we're going to be listening to our audiobooks, perhaps, or maybe watching a bit of YouTube while we're crafting away and all the things. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing today. I am going to be working on Trip to the Stars again, so I want to get some more done on this, and I've got to create some more hexagons and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to sew, I've got one more corner to sew the white ones onto, like this. So I've done 3 so far, and I also have the centerpiece done for it as well. So they're all done, and I've just got the one piece left to go. So I'll put the white ones on that today, and then I'll possibly start doing a little bit more cutting out of fabric and all that sort of stuff, and doing the hexagons with any luck. So that is the plan. I was pretty good last week. I got a fair bit done. So I'm expecting the same thing this week. One of my hexagons was trying to escape out of the center. All right, we've got that back in. So how is everybody today? The plan is to basically chit-chat for a little while. Then we'll go to a 45-minute sprint, which I have not set all that up yet because I have been running a little bit late this morning. But that is sort of the plan, and do 45 minutes of hyper focus. If you're new here and you don't know what this is all about, basically, as I just said, we'll talk for a little while, and usually around 30 minutes, sometimes only 15 minutes, just depends how the conversation's flowing in the comments. And then we hyper focus for 45 minutes. The mic gets mute. Occasionally I forget, but the mic gets mute. And we just focus on our project at hand, and then we come back after that 45 minutes when the alarm goes off, and then we talk for a little bit more, and so forth and so on. So let me just shift some things around and share my screen so we're ready to go, and then I will say good morning to everybody that is in the comments. Let me just get rid of that. All right, that looks to be how we're going to go. All right, that works there. You'll be able to see everything and all the things, so I can get rid of that for now. All right, let's have a look and see who is joining us today. Jess is here. Hello, about to be showering, so if I'm not back in time to start, I'm reading Normal People today and working on graphics and points for my readathon in October. Nice. I didn't know you had a readathon happening in October. Do tell. If you don't want to tell here, you can always tell me in private message. That made it back for the show. And hello to Jess. Amberly is joining us today. Hello, how are you today? Everybody's saying hello. Hello, Rains Whisper. Lynn, how are you? Thank you for joining. We've also got Tennille here as well. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? What are you working on today? Hello, Vita. I was just over in Discord. If you haven't gone over to Discord and the Crafty Corner over there, Vita just dropped, I think it was late yesterday that it dropped. I wasn't on Discord yesterday or last night after I posted, and I sort of just went and watched some TV. And the cute little clay sculptures that Vita's got over there are absolutely adorable. So yeah, go over and check them out, give it a like and all the things. Tennille won't be crafting today. I'll be shifting things in a closet to get my grandmother's old sewing machine out, planning to bring it to my sister on the weekend and show her how to use it. Nice. It's always nice to play with our old stuff and get it out. This evening, I'm finally playing with this yarn, applying the yarn, excellent. it has been a process for you, and not crafting, just here to hang out and read. That's okay. You can do that too. That is perfectly fine. Just got an ARC for Blue Sisters by Coco Mellows. Excellent. Well, hope you enjoy it. Hope it's good. It's always a bit dodgy, not dodgy, a little bit dicey, you know, like you get these arcs and the synopsis sounds really good, because that's probably the only synopsises that I read. And it sounds really good, and then you read it and it's like, yeah, no, this didn't hit the mark and stuff like that. Although I have been pretty lucky so far. There's only been a couple, like the story has still been good, but the audio hasn't been great, or the writing just didn't hit it for me or anything like that. So yeah. Surprise, actually, anyone who was on Brooklyn Sprints, I think a couple of days ago, got the lowdown. There you go. There you go. Hello, big smiles. Not officially announced yet, because there are a few behind the scene things I need to get sorted, but essentially be prepared to get out of your comfort reading zone. Nice. Is it team-based? So you got hosts and all that sort of stuff, or is it just self-monitored, all that sort of thing? I'm working on Birds and Flowers cross stitch that a friend gifted me from a Chinese company, I think. Very colourful, and I'm enjoying it. Nice. Excellent. I know arcs are such a gamble. I've heard good things about it. So for this one, so hopefully your fingers are crossed. Everybody cross your fingers and toes, and all that sort of stuff. Not team-based, but point-based. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Awesome. And obviously you're setting all the things up, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. That's excellent day. All right, so I am going to I've set the timer up and all the rest of it. I'm all over the place. You know, like, I'm not living in that fighting and all the rest of it, but when it starts, it just puts me on edge, and then I'm all over the place. And luckily it was very short-lived, but they started bright and early, and then they had it like round 2 just before we were about to come on. So yeah, it's like, oh my goodness, just calm your farm, people, calm your farm. Oh dear me. All right, we're going to definitely go to a sprint pretty quickly today. Why aren't they fighting is more to the point. Okay, yep. I don't know. I feel like they just fight about everything. Like, everything is a drama. Everything has, you know, some sort of violent outburst and all that sort of stuff. And just, yeah, I agree with this. Just a lack of control on that. Instead of just walking away, they're very reactive people. Like, yeah, they're just terrible. They're just not good people. There's a lot of issues over there and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I feel sorry for the lady that lives at the house, because the simple fact is that she is trying her best, but she never had a good foothold to begin with. And so she's trying to break a cycle and not doing very well at it. But you know, like, and she's all right, but she has this neon sign above her head. I don't know, idiots welcome, and there just seems to be a constant flow of idiots over there, and it's just, and the latest one is quite volatile, so that's where we're at. But it puts me on edge, and then I get all kerfuffled. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and can't string words together. And it literally happened a minute before we came on, and that it was that loud that it actually sounds like it's in my house. No, where I sit anyway. That. So good news about the library. We have the second coat of paint on, and we'll be lifting in about 3 hours, because I said I wanted to for 18 hours to at least dry. We will be peeling the tape off and then starting the lighter color in the room, so we get a little bit of brightness in there. So yeah, because with the white wall, it actually is quite bright in there without a light on. Like, still a bit dark, but brighter than what it was with the pink and purple paint on there. And they were only light colors, but yeah, it's made a huge difference, even though we put a dark color in. And normally dark colors make a room look smaller, but this has actually made it look bigger, because we were standing there going, does that look bigger? So yeah, it's looking really good. So we'll be peeling the tapes off, except for around the windows for the meantime, because I think I've got to do a little bit of touch up on the wall. But Savannah is going to be masking up this wall here in front of me here, because that's the wall we're going to paint. It's quite a long wall, and but we've got to peel out of the corner where the two colors meet, and also over the wardrobe. She's got to retape over there, so where the two colors meet, they don't they don't bleed into one another. It says books are like people except interesting. I get a lot of looks, especially from the older generation, when I wear this out and about. Savannah got this for me, it'll be 3 or 4 years ago now. She got it for me for my birthday, which I actually think I might say to her, if you're going to get me something for my birthday, you can get me another bookish shirt. I'm all down for the bookish shirts. So yeah, but I love it. And the glasses are the same shape that I wear, like similar shape to what I was wearing at the time, and all that sort of stuff. When she got it for me, she goes, "You're the bunny." And she goes, "And that's the look that comes over the top of the books when we talk to you when you're reading." So yeah. I may or may not give dirty looks when I'm reading. Last night, they drove me mental last night. I was watching, I didn't want to read anything. I just wanted to relax, had a pretty big day. Picked up Voodoo, because I ended my sprints early last night. Went and picked up Voodoo. Then we ran out of petrol, because Savannah thought that we would have had time, because the lady texted as I was finishing up, she was texting. And anyway, we got there and she was talking to me about, care and all that sort of stuff. And Savannah had her car running, and then all of a sudden the lights went off, and I'm like, and like the car stopped. I'm like, oh, she must have thought I was going to talk longer. I was about to get in the car, and I got out of the car. She goes, "I ran out of petrol." I'm like, wait, how did you run out of petrol? She goes, "I thought we would have had time to stop at Rike's and get fuel on the way." And I'm like, oh, Savannah. So luckily, Brendan was only 10 minutes away, and she rang him and goes, "Dad, can you come and bring me some petrol? I've run out of fuel." And he goes, "You're kidding, right?" And she goes, "No, I am not kidding. I'm sitting on the side of the road. I've run out of petrol." So he come in his silver steed and basically he put fuel in it, gave us half a tank, because Jerry again does half a tank in her car, and then we come home. So and then she's like, "You can't tell Nerily," and I'm like, "It's all right, I won't tell Nerily, it's fine," and all the rest of it. I'm like, "But you might want to talk to your dad, because he's definitely gonna tell your sister, and you'll never live it down." So yeah. Totally off a topic. I love your shirt with the bunny reading, so cute. Yeah, it is very cute. I love it. It's very cute. It's one of my favorite shirts, and it's actually lasted real. Like, sometimes you can get, like, I got one from the TBR-a-thon, and basically the screen print has actually come off a bit on that one, so I'm really disappointed that it didn't last as long. This one is brilliant. Like, I've washed this, it's been in the dryer. It's a little bit cracked, but it's like almost I think it's almost 5 years old, to be honest. I've had it for quite some time, and Savannah's also got one as well. So yeah. Hello, Jamie. How are you? What are you working on today? All right. Well, we've got to the end of the comments. We've been chit-chatting for 15 minutes. We might turn the camera down and get into some crafting. See, I've now got the hiccups. Oh my god, it just gets better. This just frustrates the hell out of me sometimes. Hello, Karen. How are you? And watching from Israel. Hello. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And yeah, the neighbor has a new friend. And I was talking about this yesterday, where I think I was talking about this on the Patreon one, and they just sit on their horn, like they turn up and they get on their horn and they just keep tooting their horn until they come out. Problem is, sometimes the people over there sleep until midday. So if it's early in the morning, they're beeping and all the rest of it, and no one's coming out. So they'll just, instead of getting out of the car and go knocking on the door to wake them up, they'll just keep tooting. And it's just, just cracks me up, just gets better. I started a little live for this evening's sprints. It fits with my next tarot readathon prompt. Nice. May the force be with you in reading this. It's written really nicely. I didn't gel with the story and the trauma that was in it. But she is a beautiful writer and all that sort of stuff. And Savannah and I have discussed it quite a bit. And so like we're of the same opinion on that. Although she did like the story a little bit more than me, I didn't appreciate. Like I did appreciate it, but I didn't at the same time. If that makes sense. But we've talked about this over on Dusty's and whatnot. Working on a crochet. A virus shawl out of a thread, the classic white marigold variegated color. Nice. Sounds beautiful. All right, let me pull the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Of course, we can hear noises. Voodoo, for those that are wondering how Voodoo's doing, she is doing really well. She's all smoochy and all the things. She doesn't seem to be phased at all, but she got her vaccinations yesterday, microchipped, and also Disex. So yeah, so basically she's really happy. She's come home and she was just cool to just sit down, and she had something to eat, and this morning she's been playing with the kitten and whatnot. Her and Brimstone have been playing along, and she's just taken it easy. Like she's a little bit slower than normal, but which is to be expected. But yeah, no, she's doing really, really well. So thank you to everybody that asked and were maybe concerned, but she's doing really, really well. All right, let me bring up the timer. Where is my timer gone? There it is. There we go. And you can see the little bunny there. I'll have to look this up because this is a crochet pattern, right? I'll have to look it up because I do like a shawl. And I have never made one before, so I could possibly make one, which would be absolutely fantastic. Is it easy? Do let me know. All right, we're going to mute the mics and start the timer, and I'll see you all in 45 minutes. All right, we are back. How did everybody go during that sprint? I sewed some on the wrong way. Thinking, gee, I put a lot on here. This is not right. And then when I looked at it, I went, oh, look it. So yeah, I have now fixed that. And now I'm sewing them back on again. That sometimes happens. But it's a pretty quick fix. Like it comes undone pretty quickly. So yeah, I had 4 on. And now I only have 1 and a bit on. So yeah. The book that I'm listening to today is called 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. It is a non-fiction book about desire. So yeah, it's interesting so far. So she's following obviously 3 women. This is also a show on a streaming service here, Stan. So I'm going to listen to the book today, and then I think over the weekend I will watch the show. And yeah, I don't know how they've turned a non-fiction into a show, but anyway, that's what they've done. So it's basically following, like she opens up the book talking about how as women we let certain things slide and all that sort of stuff. She was talking mostly about her mum, and then she started interviewing men, but realized that it basically just always ended the same, and she worked out that women are more complex about desire and stuff like that. So she started traveling across America and basically talking to women and everything about desire and stuff like that. And subsequently there are these stories in here. So we have Maggie, Lena, and Sloane, I think the other one is. So we've heard from Maggie so far, and we've heard from Lena, and Lena's story I think is going to be quite sad, just what it was about. And Maggie had a relationship, I think, with a teacher. So yeah, so we're just talking about all that sort of stuff at the moment. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm finding it so far pretty interesting. So we're obviously going to have some hard topics in it, but yeah, so that's the book I'm listening to today while I'm stitching away. And it's not going to go for very long either. Like it's at the speed I listen to it, I think I've only got about 5 hours left on it. Yeah, 5 hours. So I'll get most of that done today. I'll probably finish it today, which is a good thing because I actually don't have any thread this week. So I should have something by next week. I'm going to make a notice in my Patreon that basically my last final vlog for Tar is the one that I'll be using for the weekly wrap up. My internet just went really funny. I've just gone really blurry, haven't I? What happened there? But my internet is connected and it doesn't have a very good thing on it. Oh. I don't know what happened there. It's gone to Wi-Fi connection unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging I have got it into my router. Oh, technology. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for today, if that's the case. There we go. It just clicked back. Cool. Sorry for that little bit that just went very blurry. So yeah. All right, let's have a look at what happened. So yeah, so I had some on and then you said I took them off. So I'm now stitching them on. I had it upside down. But anyway, it is what it is. Where are we? Glad to hear Voodoo is good. My Christopher will be getting neutered sometime later this season. Yeah. The lady that done it for me, that took her in for me, is been chit-chatting to me this morning, and and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, those shawls are fun. They only use 3 basic stitches, and the pattern is fast to learn. It looks complicated though, so fun for showing off. Nice. I'll have to go and have a look at it. Good morning, Tanya. How are you? Thank you for joining. Found the sewing machine. Nice. Did you have to tunnel very far? I know when I go looking at the stuff, it's like swimming in an ocean of craft supplies. I did my point system and now fiddling with the Google Forms. Nice. But now, after I've dug in the closet, I've decided I will need to reorganize it, which is a long-term project. Yeah, that is the only the problem with digging in. Then you're like, yeah, I really need to sort this out. Listen to a chapter of A Secret Adversary, ticking away at it bit by bit, going slow after tar. Yeah, I am going really slow after tar. Basically, I've read 7 chapters this week. That's it. And also 9 chapters in 2 books. So I will probably finish this one. This one's a little bit just like listening to someone tell you their life story and stuff, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm going pretty slow after the readathon as well. How are you liking The Secret Adversary? That's I just read that during tar. So yeah, I thought that was a cute. Like, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun listening to it and reading along. Christina, how are you? We are listening to House of Hades while finishing up the squares and fight a migraine, which is slowing down my stitching, but I made it. Oh, that's a bummer that you've got a migraine. To be honest, I've actually, for the last 2 days, I haven't felt quite right, but I don't know whether it's because I'm pushing myself to get the library done while Savannah's here, and I'm just body sore, but I'm also fatigued because of my thyroid as well, just waiting for that medication to kick in. So I've been just feeling just overall that. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you. Remember to hydrate and hug the like button. I'm still on my first coffee, which is now cold. And it's a cold day here too. It's only 12 degrees here today. And I'm like, I turned the heater off earlier and I'm like, yes, it's because it was actually 16 degrees just before I started, and it's actually dropped by 4 degrees. It's come over really cloudy and all the things. So it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do anything today. I just want to curl up in bed. After sprints today, I've got to do some more of that quilt that's in the long arm machine, but we've got to paint this room because Savannah goes for home on the 8th. So I've got her here for another 4 days. And we've still got 2 days of painting, but she's not here tomorrow. So I'm hoping that she gets home early enough so we can paint it. If not, I'm going to have to paint it Saturday during sprints. And then Sunday we can demask it and then start moving stuff in, because I really need her here to help me and get everything set up and all the rest of it. And we still haven't found the cover for the couch, so I'm going to order another one of those today, because we've put it somewhere and I think it's actually got thrown out, to be honest. It's may have fallen in the bin and I've not seen it, or she's not seen it when we've taken it out, because I can't remember who took the bin out, but yeah. Hello to Christina. Sorry about the migraine. And Christina just saying hello to everybody. We also have Vanessa here as well. Hello. So tired. Feeling you. Mention the word tired and I start yawning. How are you, Vanessa? It's good that you're here. Maybe do a little bit of diamond painting while you're here as well. I'm reading A Bride by Ali Hazelwood. How are you liking it? I've heard so many mixed reviews on that, and I don't know. I've never read anything by Ali Hazelwood that I'm aware of, and like I was thinking about picking it up, and then I'm like, I don't know. I think I might just skip that also. So yeah, A Little Life is good so far. Got to chapter 2, just 5%. The characters And setting remind me of a music scene and people in grade school. Yeah, I can see that. Teen thyroid fatigue. Ugh, yeah. Yeah. I'll insert it for you. It's just like, I know that I've pushed myself really hard this week trying to get the painting done and all the rest of it. So, and trying to keep like getting it done while Savannah's here because I can't do it by myself. And I don't want to do it by myself because it's not my damn room, even though I'm going to be using it. But, you know, like I'm fixing the stuff that I told her not to do. That's why, yeah, she's got to help me fix it. I like this book. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm 51% through A Court This Cruel and Lovely, and I'm going to do a little diamond painting. Nice. Hello, Jean. How are you? I finally have a project to be working on during your sprints. Excellent. People keep shooting off fireworks here and setting my dogs off. It's not even dark yet. Oh, yeah, you've got 4th of July. Oh, fireworks, I hate them. They always freak my cats out. And when we had dogs, freak my dogs out. So, yeah. I am finally able to actually read with my eyeballs again over the long weekend. And at the end of TAR, I had no ability to read with my eyeballs. Yeah, it gets like that. I'm just like, I wouldn't be. Today I'm listening to audiobook. I ended up getting this on audiobook because Savannah is, I actually purchased it. So I am down to $40 in my book budget. And I'll be down to 38 because Bob, the book pusher, actually sent me a text message and said that he has another Amy Tan book for me, which I cannot remember what it is. Something Bones. Let me just have a look. The Bone Setter's Daughter, which is an Amy Tan book. So Savannah's going to pick that up for me on Saturday, which will be good. And so I'll have another Amy Tan. I really like her writing. So, yeah. But, yeah, I have no ability to, like, even just doing sewing right now, I have to put my magnifiers on. Normally I can hand sew with these glasses on, but not today. The fatigue is real, and I'm just taking it slow. So I probably won't get much reading with my eyeballs done. So anyway, I ended up getting 3 women on Audible because I know that Savannah's using my Audible, and I know that she's wanted to read this as well. So yeah, she's got it on her bookshelf. I've got the hardcover and she's got the paperback. So she'll listen to that when she's ready because she's doing a lot of that so this year. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. Question is that a name Bob gave himself, or is that what you call him? Well, his name is Bob, and when you go there, he tries to push all these books on you, like, yo, have you seen this? And like, he gets really excited. And here's the kicker: Bob actually doesn't read. But his wife is an avid reader. He doesn't actually read because he's dyslexic, and he's never, like, he's learned how to, like, read titles and some words and all that sort of stuff. And he knows a lot about the books and everything because his wife tells him about it, and he has a very good memory. So, yeah, so he pushes books onto you. So that's why I call him Bob the Book Pusher. It's better than calling him a dealer, Bob the dealer. So he pushes books. And I use the word book in there so people know that I'm talking about books. And so, yeah. And so, yeah. I gave up getting my 3rd part of TAR wrap up perfect, so I just posted the best version. So once I finish up the description, at least I'll be done with that. Yeah, I put in I had all intentions of having my Amazing Readathon one done, but what happened was I ended up being tired. I didn't have time. Then Brendan was editing, and we share an editing software. And so, yeah, so basically he was editing and then I didn't have time, and he doesn't get to edit very often. So when he's editing, I just have to go, yeah, no worries, it's fine. And I just put mine on hold. And yeah, so basically he was doing that, and then I'm like, yep, I'm just going to have to not worry about it and just put it up for this week. So it's gone up today. So there's no weekly wrap up going up on Thursday. Well, today. It's for Patreon, so I'll just have to leave that. I'll probably put that up. If I read this book and I read something else and I get it finished, I'll put something up on the weekend and that'll make up for it. Now, I do apologize for my internet. It's going in and out for some reason, and I dare say it's because of the weather. So I've probably gone a little bit blurry a couple of times. I do apologize for that. It's because I'm quite a ways away from my router. So yeah, I'm going to I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I get an extension cord and run that, or get Brendan to drill a little hole in the library and get my router into the library, because router, not rotor. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? So if I'm going blurry, I do apologize for that. I'm finishing off some abandoned books from Tar. Exciting to watch that later. I haven't watched any of yours yet. I was waiting for them all to come up, and I'm just going to binge watch them over the weekend, do the whole lot at once. I'm going to send you my questions about Poppy Wars via Voxer. Yep, no worries. That's fine. Does he know you call him that? Yeah, I do. Look, it's my book pusher. When I say, hey Bob, how you going, my book pusher? And he just looks at me and laughs. So yeah. I have about 4 stragglers from Tar 2, mostly finished, but not quite. I actually don't have any stragglers. I finished every book. I was so excited. It was the same last year as well, because I just kept finishing the books, and I didn't want to get to the end of it and have like 15 unfinished books. Because also what I was doing was doing audio, and then basically when a prompt dropped, I read the prompt, so I finished that. Then I went back to the sightseeing book, and then it got used for the next sightseeing prompt. So yeah, I'll probably do a tarot video soon. I'm trying to get back into making more videos. Only posted 2 all June. I did really well. I actually posted a video every week, which was good. Thanks, Christine. I appreciate that. All right, let's pull the camera down and do another sprint, shall we? Sounds like a good plan, right? All right, let's get that up. Let me get it back to the 45 minutes. We're going to do a 45-minute sprint, and I will see you all then. All right, we are back. That 45 minutes went so quick. I was quite surprised. I'm like, oh, okay, that's done. But I got more pieces on. I've got it folded up at the moment because I'm stitching still. So yeah. I'll end up getting this corner finished, and then I'll be able to move on to making some more hexagons, and I'll have to take some measurements, and I still haven't gone down and got any what do you call it, cardstock to make up some hexagons. So yeah, I'm thinking that it might be just easier to buy some, because by the time I buy all the cardstock to get a decent amount, it will be just cheaper to buy packets of them. So I'm going to have a look online and see. I thought I might have had some here, but I don't. So yeah. All right, let's have a look and see what we're up to. Where are we up to? Here we go. Jess says Google Form things are now complete. I just have to fiddle with the Google Sheets now. Awesome. I don't know how to add multiple points to a prompt and make it look good in Sheets. That makes it hard too. I have no clue. No help at all. Sorry. Hopefully you get it all figured out though. Read 30 pages. Nice. It's lunchtime. Sometimes a girl just craves hot chips and aioli. I can feel you on that. I'm thinking that I might send Savannah down to KFC and get a couple of large chips and some aioli, because that sounds pretty good. I was actually thinking about hot chips just before. So it's that sort of day. It's a wintry sort of day. So yeah. Jenny says, you're doing a great job working on that on the piece, Nicole. Mine is languishing, I'm afraid. Yeah, mine was too. That's why I pulled it out. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing those little stars. They're just a roadblock. I'm just doing hexagons. Okay. It'll be what it'll be in the end. At the end of the day, it's going to be finished. The next project, big project I have to do is nothing to do with craft, but a little bit to do with craft. I used to have like little mini quilts all over the room here, and I took them all off, and I'm contemplating in painting out here, but it means that I have to move the entire room, so I don't know whether I'm going to do it. So I like, that's what I've been contemplating for 2 years now. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually bringing out all of my I've got them all stacked in the linen press, and I'm thinking that I'm going to bring them all back out again. I'm getting the Venetian blinds at the same time as I'm getting the ones for the library. I'm going to take down the design board because I don't use that anymore. And I'm going to shift some stuff around and get this back into working order. Like, it is working order, but this table needs to go. And I found a little desk, and where the bookshelves are, I'm going to put the desk over there. So I'm going to mount these lights and stuff up over there, and I'll stream from over there in the future. Maybe I might end up just unfolding this once a week or whatever. Excuse me, but I've got, excuse me, I'm so tired. I've got all these books out here at the moment that I've got to go into the library. So as soon as I can get them all sorted, I will. And I'm just going to, because I've closed down the shops aspect of my business, so I'm going to have to look at getting rid of some of the stuff here, just fire sailing it out through my Facebook group and get rid of it and just make some room, because right now it's very cluttered and whatnot. But I want to get all of my mini quilts back out here and on the wall, and yeah, because they're all just folded up they're in a cupboard, and there's all this blank wall space because I was going to paint, but I just think I'll need to put them back out here again. And at least then they're on display and they're not just folded up and chucked in the cupboard. And then I'm going to get rid of all the stuff that is in my linen press that are for single beds and all that sort of stuff. Send that all down to Dharma Jane that we had here for Mia. And yeah, and then all the other stuff I'm just going to go through and just whittle my way through it, and then get my linen press back in order, because it drives me mental. I fix it and then the kids destroy it. Look, how hard is it to fold the towel up, put it on a pile? There's a pile of towels there. It's not that hard. There's a pile of mats there, face washes, hand towels. Not that hard. You would think. Not so much. So that's my next project to do. I'm going to pull it all out because I just finished doing my room. I haven't painted or anything, but I sorted out all my drawers and got rid of a whole heap of clothes over the weekend and just sorted it all out. And I did that by dumping everything out of my cupboard because I was looking for something to go on the cruise, and I dumped everything out on the floor and I left it there and on the dresser, like all down right near the opening of my wardrobe. So it was a pain in the backside. And yeah, so I fixed all that on the weekend. Narrowly comes in because it had been sitting there. I thought it was only about a week, but it was about 2 weeks. And Narrowly walks in and she goes, look who the grown-up girl is. I said, yeah, does your room look like this? She goes, no. She goes, I'm not a grown-up girl, I'm a kid. Oh, Jesus. But I want to actually move my room around. There's a chest of drawers in there that I want to take out, and Savannah said that she needs to sort out the wardrobe in there, so I'm going to put them in that wardrobe and then she can sort that out. And then there's another set of chest of drawers in there that they're just hanging on by a thread. So I'm just going to get rid of them and get them out of there. And then I'm thinking that I need to change my room around because my room has been in the same position for 10 years now. No, 14 years because we've lived here. 13 years we've lived here. So yeah, so I want to change that around, and so I'm thinking that that's what's going to happen in the next couple of months. I'm just gonna, and there's this big ass dressing table in there, and it's just, I don't like where it is because I get out of bed and I've only got this little narrow space between the dressing table and that. So I'm thinking I just want to get rid of it and get rid of my bed. Like I'm even to the point now where I just want to take that bed and get it out and sleep on the floor because it's such a big bulky bed, and I didn't buy it. My husband bought it while I was away because he got it cheap, and I'm like, no, I don't want it anymore. So I'm thinking that it needs to go. And I've seen a little, like I want to get a little bed like what Narrowlee's got. It's got the cloth bed head and it's just cute, and it'll fit nicely in my room because my room's not overly big. So that's sort of another thing that I want to do. And the big lounge that we've got, I'm going to get rid of it. I was thinking about, I'm going to move it around and see if it works better the other way. If it doesn't work the other way, then I'm just going to get rid of it. And I've got a little tiny lounge that I can sit on for the meantime because pretty much everybody else is working. No one really sits in the lounge room. If they do, they sit down on the floor and all that sort of stuff anyway. So I'm thinking that I'll get rid of it and I'll just take the little couch out of here and put that in there until I get something a bit decent. Yeah, so because all the bookshelves are going out of the lounge room now, so that's happening. Because they're coming into the library. So there's just a little bit of reshuffling happening in the house, and I've been thinking about it more and more, and I think it just needs to be done. So I was going to start out the back and work my way through, but it seems that we've started here and working in way that way. So either way, it's getting done. And then I've got this outdoor area that I'm going to put all like outdoor plants, like indoor plants, but they'll be outside and it's undercover, and there's a table there already. I'm going to set all that up and have it really nice, and that way I can go and sit out there when it's a little bit warmer outside and not so warm in the house in winter, and sit out there, have a cuppa and just enjoy myself out. And I'm not in the sunshine, but I'm still outside a little bit, and I can read, I can color out there or something along those lines, and just put some greenery out there and make it a little bit nicer than what it is right now, because right now it's a dumping ground for Brendan's tools, other people's stuff as well. Like my family are very much dumpers. They just move stuff and dump it, and then I'm just like, I couldn't be bothered. So I'm just refreshing everything and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you're probably sick of hearing it, but anyway. I got to 11% in Little Life and had a big bowl of nachos for dinner. That sounds so good. Oh, I've still got some enchilada mix too in the freezer. I might pull that out. Might not have nachos, but I might have enchiladas for dinner tonight. That sounds really good. Moved a few things around and listened to 2 more chapters of The Secret Adversary. Awesome. We got to chapter 12 and finished a square. 5 more to go. Excellent. We're halfway through, done applying the yarn. Also had some eggs on toast for dinner. Nice. Sometimes the simplest dinners are the best, right? I think. 5 more to go, I think. Okay, yeah, I just had to read. Yeah. Got half a row of my shell blanket done. Excellent. Okay, what are hot chips? Okay, hot chips are what you would call fries, but they're a little bit thicker usually, but we call them hot chips. So you go down to the fish and chippy and you get hot chips and some fish and you put vinegar and aioli, or you want, sauce, whatever you want. Yeah, but I guess you would call them fries. So yeah. Is that it's that sort of day, just really cold, and it's actually gone back up again by 3 degrees. We're back up at 15. We're going up and down today, and it does feel a little bit warmer than it was. So the clouds must have passed and whatnot. It's still really cloudy on that side, but I can see a bit of blue on that side. And snuggle up under a blanket with a hoodie on. Yeah. Hot chips are fries for a lot of the world. Actually, England calls them hot chips. They don't call them fries, and a lot of places in Europe call them hot chips as well. So yeah, I don't know I think it's probably split even on that. So yeah, we like to be different. We do. May I switch to a NetGalley arcs this evening so I can keep getting approved for cool authors. Probably won't finish all 45 arcs this month, but I suppose I could. Yeah, I probably could too. If that's all I focused on, I could probably get rid of the 20 arcs, that audio arcs I've got there. Probably wouldn't get to all of the visual, like with my eyeballs, because the simple fact is I'm still working it and whatnot, and I can't read a book while I'm working. It's just impossible. I can't do it. I end up stabbing myself. I'd probably run over myself with my long arm machine. You actually see me using the long arm machine for leg 8 in the Amazing Readathon video, which I'm pretty sure I sent live today. I can't remember whether I did or not. The days have just blended. Maybe hot chips are our steak fries. Yes, they would be. Yes, I think you would call them steak fries because they're thicker. They're not French fries. Like, to me, French fries are like the ones you get at Macca's, which are really thin. So steak fries are a little bit thicker. And then you've got wedges as well, which are like a big chunky chip. So if I get, I don't have any frozen chips either. I was just thinking what I had in the freezer. I don't have any. So, yeah. Next time I have chips, I'll take a photo. Or maybe, Jess, you could take a photo and go and add it into the Sprints food. And, yeah, you can get fries at KFC. We can't. Here we can get wedges, but not fries. Yeah, we just get chips. Like they're I don't know how else to explain them. Just see if I can find a picture. Let me just have a look. Let me go to the Googles. Hot chips. Okay, so this is what you can see here. Let me just unplug that. So that's what a hot chip looks like. This one up here. Okay, so that's what the chips look like. That's from our local fish and chippy, which sell really good food. It's called, so that's what they look like. Okay, then if we go to KFC chips, see if it comes up. So that's what KFC chips look like. They're a bit thicker than fries. Okay. That's what our fries look like. Let's go back, and then we can do Macca's. Macca's chips. Nope, that's brought up a brand of chips. Let's try McDonald's chips. And you can see there that they're a lot thinner than KFC. Okay. And then you've got wedges. No, not shoes. Oh, God. Let me see if I can get an image of them. This is just bringing up bags. Okay, here we go. And then that's what wedges look like. Okay. So that's all our different chips that we have here. But the wedges are the only ones that'll go by. So when you go shopping to get them, you can see they'll have French fry chips, or they'll have like just normal chips. Then I'll have crinkle cut and straight cut chips, and then I'll have wedges. So yeah, there we go. Canada sometimes says chips and sometimes says fries. At least my part of Canada, yeah. We call fries both fries and chips. We also call potato chips chips. So crisps are also called chips here. So if you want chips like crisps, you go and get a bag of chips from the local store or the servo or whatever. But if you want hot chips, you have to put the word hot in front of it so people will know the difference. So yeah. But we have a lot of UK and Ireland in our DNA. In Nova Scotia is Latin for New Scotland. There you go. Did not know that. Now I do. We have all kinds of fries. We have shoestring, yep, which is what Macca's chips are, shoestring. Steak, crinkle, home style. They are all different sizes. Steak fries are the flat fries. Okay. We also have like potato scallops as well, or potato cakes if you're in Victoria, but they're potato scallops, which is basically a circular slice of potato that is about sometimes about a quarter of an inch thick, and it's battered and then it's deep fried. Yeah, good stuff. And curly fries and seasoned fries. Curly fries are my favorite. Okay, regular fries, we call those French fries. Even though they are not French, yeah. That's what I'm eating at the moment, steak fries. Yeah. The wedges are what our KFC has. Okay, cool. No worries. Awesome. We're learning a lot about... Does it always that everywhere I go on the internet, we end up talking about food. Everywhere we go. Everywhere, every channel, there is always a food discussion. I usually make the steak cut or wedge fries, and then I make them from scratch. I usually use curry spices and topped with sour cream. Yeah, so when I make wedges, I tend to put some sort of herb on them. Sometimes I'll put like an Italian herb on them. Sometimes I'll put just salt and pepper. Like do a salt and pepper mix and put that on, a little lean on the salt, more on the heavier on the pepper. Other times I might use like Mexican spices. It just depends what I'm in the mood for. And then I usually have sweet chili sauce and sour cream for wedges. It's the only way to eat them. And I always make them from scratch. I very rarely buy frozen chips, but occasionally Neroli will do a lot of late shifts and stuff like that, or really early shifts, and all she wants is just chips. She doesn't buy stuff from work very often, but she'll just want chips as a snack later on in the day. So it's easy for her to do that. I say I want to go there someday to Neil. Excuse me. There's a lot of pretty places in Nova Scotia for sure. Yeah, that's because you're a Victorian, Jenny. Don't come here in Queensland and argue the point about your potato cakes, which are scallops. I make creamy scallop potatoes and casserole onions, cheesy sauce, and cheese on top. Nice. Potato scallop. We call them fritters. And that's because you're Kiwi. Yes, they can be a fritter as well. But see, we get banana fritters and apple fritters. So, not potato fritters. Sorry. My scallop potatoes are thin sliced rounds. Yep. Food is an international language. Even though we call everything different, we all get the munchies. That's it. I buy hash brown patties, but make everything else that is potato from scratch. Yeah, I don't eat hash browns. I call them oil biscuits. Because it doesn't matter whether you buy frozen ones or you get them from McDonald's, because that's the only place that I know of here in Kingaroy that sells hash brown. Oh no, the Carvery sells them as well, and they're oily there too. I do like a hash brown, or I used to, until yeah, no, they're just oil biscuit. It's like I cook. I get hash browns occasionally for the girls from the delicatessen at Woolworths, and I cook them, and even those ones, you cook them in the air fryer, and you have to put like the tray under. Like, you got the tray underneath, and I put Alfoil on that to keep it clean, so I can just change that out every couple of days or whatever. It's like a drip tray, and basically the amount of oil that comes out of them. So they've always, in this house, we always call them oil biscuits. So yeah, they're gross, but they're good at the same time. Like, they're gross, but they're good. They're no good for you, that's for sure. All right, we have got to the end of the comments after this one. When you add cheese to your scalloped potatoes, we use gratin potatoes, and those are sliced taters. There. See, I just slice them myself. I don't care if they're not uniformed or anything like that. And we call that baked potato here. And we put corn and all that sort of stuff in it as well. And it's got cheese and cream and all that sort of stuff. That's I don't make that very often, because that is so not good for the heartburn. So yeah. All right, as I said, we've got to the end of the food portion of the sprint, but this is going to be the last sprint that we're doing today, and then we'll come back and wrap up, because I had just seen Savannah's head pop around. So we are going to go and do some painting on that to get that light green on. So we're going to pull the camera down. I'm going to finish this up and start packing everything up and all the rest of it, and we'll come back and wrap up. And then I'm going to go and do some painting, because I've got to get changed. Can't wreck my shirt and all that sort of stuff. And it's a big wall, so I won't be able to do it like the stuff we did yesterday when I did in sprints. I set an hour and a half for the timer, and I had like nearly 25 minutes spare after doing that, because it wasn't a big amount. But this is actually 2 big walls that we've got to do this time, so I need to concentrate on it. I've got to help her mask up and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to do our last sprint. Let me bring the timer up. And let me reset that to 45 minutes, and I'll see you all in 45 minutes. Well, hello, we are back. I got all of my bits done, and I pulled some of the hexagons out, so I've got some papers there, and I covered some bits of hexagon with some plain ones. So basically what will happen is, so this is the bottom right corner. Now what will happen is I will start adding the color to them. So I'll put another row of these, but in different colors. But I need to make a heap of them first, so I've got a good variety of color. And so yeah, so that's sort of what I'm doing right now, is making sure that I have a good variety of color. So I've got some of the fabrics already pulled out, and I started cutting them. So yeah, I have to get some more hexagons, or make some, but I'm going to price them up and see if they're cheaper just to get them sent to me, or whether it's cheaper to make them up, because the office supply place here is not exactly cheap, because you know, they think that because we live in a country town they can charge whatever they want. So it may be just a point of waiting until I've got some, but at least I've got, you know, about 15 there. I can do a nice little variety of colors, just pull the different ones out that are a little bit different than the corners and put them in, so I can just play around with it, and then I can wait for the others to come and all that sort of stuff. All right, so yeah, so I will probably work on this again next week and whatnot, but it is all in its little container and ready to go. I do have to do some filming today and tomorrow during sprints. Tomorrow, I'm running behind on a couple of my craft ones that I wanted to have done this week, so I will be filming those different crafts and everything. I'll be using the sprints tomorrow to do that. And yeah, so I've got I have a quilt tube that I've got there to edit, which I'm going to do this afternoon, and I've got a slow stitching Saturday that I've got to film that needs to go up. So the quilt tube will go up today, the slow stitching Saturday will go up tomorrow. I'm caught up for, as far as I know, I'm caught up for everything on booktube. It's just the slow stitching, which I also have some parts in there for next week's quilt tube as well. So I've started filming that, so I'm not as far behind as I thought I was going to be. I haven't done a diamond painting video this week, so I'll probably do that as well to get up for next week. So because I put it up in the Patreon first and then I bring it over. So yeah, now I have to just de-thread myself the rest of the afternoon. But yeah, we're going to start stripping the room out and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let me just have a look where we're up to. Everything just jumped then. Okay, there we go. This is where we're up to. That was a booktube sprint. Awesome. It's good to catch up. I've been slowly catching up. I don't think I'm ever going to catch up by the end of the year. Everybody's just getting emojis from me. Like, you put out a good video, you get some love hearts. You know, maybe a great video or something along those lines. It's very quick. I'm listening to everybody at 2 times speed, but I am so behind that. I don't think I'm ever going to catch up, to be honest. Read 45 pages. Thanks for the sprints. Well, thanks for being here, Melissa. Appreciate it. Finish first 2 chapters of A Messy Murder by Simon Brett. One of the arcs I was excited to get from NetGalley, and decluttering theme murder mystery. Nice. I am enjoying this book. It's really good. It's really, really interesting, because we're getting, like, one girl lost her virginity to a 31-year-old man when she was 16 while she was on holidays with her sister in Hawaii. Another girl was sexually, so we started like when they're younger, and was sexually assaulted by 3 guys. They drugged her and done that. And then so we've got that background story, but then it's jumped to where she's in a meeting now and she's in a loveless marriage and all that sort of stuff. And and the other one, she sleeps, has just started like she sleeps with other men and then sends the videos to her partner. So yeah, it's all revolved around desire and sex and all that sort of stuff, and what makes women, what makes them desire something and all that sort of stuff. But with the one that's lost her virginity, I think she, like, it's setting up a pattern for her behavior right now, where she is also attracted to her teacher. So she's attracted to older men, like a huge age gap. It's icky, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is real life, right? These are some things that happen and all that sort of stuff. And it's also talking about how some of the people, like the ridicule that other women do to women as well. There's been a bit of talk of that, which I find very interesting. Why you would tear another person down is beyond me. And that, so yeah, really enjoying it. I got through 8 rows of 10 in this square, 4 more squares, and then I can connect them. Nice. It's awesome. Also set up my bigger kennel, so my current littles have some more space. Was supposed to get more kittens, but they have not appeared yet. So no reason to leave the 3 in the smaller space. That's fair. That's fair enough. I thought I'd be doing that today, but I added a color which changed up everything and I couldn't work it on, so maybe next week. Awesome. We're here again next week. I'm getting annoyed with sheets, so I'm taking a break and listening to Jekyll and Hyde. Nice. I have 2 projects I came with that I want to start. Well, next week is another week, so yeah. Emojis are normally a sign that I'm too tired to write a sentence properly, but I wanted some people to know that I'm enjoying the content. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I've just got so much to get through. Very nearly done with plying. Excellent. I will probably push through and finish tonight before I find a book to read. Fair enough. Fair enough. And thanks for hosting the sprints today. Love crafty sprints. Hope you get all the stuff done today. Yeah, I just want to, it's got really cold again. It's actually dropped down in temperature, but I just want to get that paint on before she goes home, because that's the biggest job. I can do everything else myself, like empty off the shelves and slide the shelves in, because I've got tiles. I can just slide the bookshelves in. It's no big deal, and they're not very heavy. So yeah, so basically, as long as I can get everything painted and the room cleaned and ready to put the bookshelves in, I'm good. And we're not putting anything on the windows here. I will put a Venetian blind out this side of the house. We're not putting anything on her side because the bookshelves are going there. So I've just got to buy 1 Venetian for in there right now. So there'll be a little bit of light that'll come in through from here over the top once I remove that design board over this side. So yeah. Almost finished 4 rows of my shell blanket. We have set up a row, then a shell row. Excellent. I'm just so excited to start these other projects. I tried to have not to have too many going at once. I could take a leaf out of that book, I tell you. I'm supposed to be working on projects already started and not coming up with new ones. Don't we all do that though? Like, we all do that. Every single one of us do all that sort of stuff. All right. Well, we have got to the end of the comments. One of the new ones is a gift for someone. The other calls for me learning something new. That's fair enough. Is it quilting? I wonder if it's quilting. I can't wait to see it. Don't forget to share what projects you worked on today over in the Crafty Corner on Discord. Love to see what you're all working on. I probably won't get to it till later on tonight, so that gives you a little bit of time anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go and help Savannah do all the things that need to be done and have some lunch. But as always, thank you so much for joining. If you have yet to subscribe, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you've just been lurking in the background, thank you for all the likes and the comments and hanging out with me for a fun morning of crafting. Sorry I had to cut it a little bit short. I normally go a little bit longer, but I just need to get this done. So thank you so much for being here, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.